everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Dana. Thanks for joining me today. Today I wanted to talk about something that I get a lot of questions on, and that is how to handle life with two kids under 2. So my first son was about 8 months old when we found out that I was pregnant with my second son. So quick math, 16 months apart. So I get a lot of people asking me, is it really as hard as I think it's gonna be? Do you have any tips? So that's why I'm filming this for you guys today. So I hope you guys find something useful here. And yeah, before we dive in, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the day that we found out. So the day we found out, I didn't actually think that I was going to be pregnant. I was kind of taking the test just to rule it out. So I didn't tell my husband. Don't totally recommend that because I started freaking out as soon as those 2 pink lines popped up. They say you wait 3 minutes. This thing was instant. And so my husband had no idea why I was freaking out. So don't totally recommend taking a secret pregnancy test, but that's what I did. And I'll be completely honest with you, I was not jumping for joy. So if you're in that boat right now and you're a little more scared and you haven't reached that super happy, blissful point yet, don't worry, I was there too. But trust me when I tell you, it's not as hard as you think it's going to be. And hopefully with these tips, you'll realize that things are actually gonna be a lot more manageable than maybe you're anticipating. So let's just jump right in. So number 1, lower your expectations. And I know you're probably thinking, is this really number 1? Is this really your first tip? And yes, it is. And it is for good reason. For the first little while after you bring your second child home, newborn babies demand a lot of attention on top of a toddler. So babies and being mom is going to consume your life for the first little while, and it's going to be exhausting. So just lower your expectations. There's only so much that one person can do, and that's totally enough, and that's totally fine. Somebody may be crying while you're changing someone's diaper or while you're feeding your baby. Your toddler may need your attention, but you don't have to be everywhere at once. It's impossible. So lower your expectations, and you'll really save yourself a lot of disappointment. If you plan on getting a whole lot done on your maternity leave, if you're planning on redoing your kitchen, I don't know, something like that, maybe put your big plans on ice and just give yourself some time and just lower your expectations. Sometimes getting your teeth brushed by 11 p.m. is gonna be your biggest accomplishment of the day, and that's all right. Number 2. Schedule help from family and friends. And I know that's a bit of a weird word that I use there, to schedule help from your family and friends. They're more like visitors coming over to see you, but I use that word because it's on your time. You pick a time that works best for you, a time that's most helpful for you. Maybe that's in the evenings when it's bath time for your toddler, or whenever is the best time for you to have those extra hands. That's when people can come visit. And it's totally okay to say no to visitors that aren't going to be helpful for you for the first little while. It's okay. You get to make that choice. But schedule help. My in-laws live about 2 hours away from us. So when I went into labor with our second baby, they came down right away. They stepped in to take care of my toddler. We made sure to ask ahead of time, schedule them in. Hey, we need to kind of pencil you in for when I go into labor. And they were on call, and they were here. They took care of our first son. They cooked for us, they cleaned for us. I mean, it was amazing. And then I had my mom come out about a month later when I needed her help. Don't feel bad about asking for help from people, and that may simply be bringing a coffee, coming over to hold the baby while you take a shower, or bringing dinner over for you. My opinion, at least the first month, if not for much longer than that. Anybody who's coming to see your baby should also be there to help. Definitely visit with you and visit with the baby, sure, but they should be there to help you with something. They should be there to lighten your load. So plan it on your time. Number 3, Make meals ahead of time and freeze. You will thank yourself so much when you are fresh home from the hospital and you don't have to make dinner for, a week or two. My favorite way to do this and not take up a ton of extra time, because if you're like me, I don't have time to set aside an entire afternoon to meal prep. Whatever I was having for dinner one night, let's say I was making lasagna, I would just make a massive portion of it and then just portion out, 2 or 3 extras, shepherd's pie, macaroni and cheese, that kind of thing. I would make a whole lot of it and then portion it out and chuck it in the freezer. I think I had about 2 weeks worth of meals stored just by doing that, by making extra and then packing it away. I find the biggest challenge, we have a freezer, a deep freeze in our garage, so that was a huge help. I find kind of an issue can be freezer space. You might not have the space to freeze a ton of extra food, and my best hack for that is to make soup. Number one, it's so convenient to make in a massive pot and have tons left over, but you can actually let it cool, store it in those big gallon Ziploc bags and freeze them flat, and you can stack so much this way. This is one of the best tips. I didn't do this so much with my first son, and I had a little more time to make meals because I only had the one baby, but I definitely did it before I had my second, and lifesaver. I would do this 100 times over. Number 4. This one may seem obvious to you, it may not seem so obvious, but diaper change stations. If you are in the same boat as me, you're gonna have 2 kids in diapers and for quite some time. So you're gonna wanna be able to change diapers kind of wherever you are in the house. Having to, wrangle your toddler every time you need to go and change your baby, it's gonna be inconvenient, or even worse, having to leave your toddler alone while you run to the change table. If you have a toddler, you know that leaving them alone is not possible. So for example, I had a change station in my bedroom with a change pad, diapers, wipes, the whole deal. I had one in each of the boys' rooms, and I also had one in my laundry room. I kind of made a makeshift change station in my laundry room, so anytime we were in the living room or kitchen, quick pop into the laundry room, had everything I needed there. That way you're just not running upstairs all the time, running to the end of the hall, wherever you have your baby's room set up. Just have a few different change stations around your house so that you can just drop and change a diaper. Number 5, this one and number 6 might be tied for my favorites, but this one is grocery delivery. Saved my life. I still get my groceries delivered most of the time. Sometimes I'll still go, but honestly, it will save so much time. They just bring them right to your door. I think most grocery stores offer delivery. I know that mine has a few different ways that you can do it. If you want to pay a little extra, you can have them within an hour delivery window, but when I first came home with my baby, I was home all the time. So if I chose a 4-hour window, it was free delivery anyway. So totally not losing anything at all. I'm not paying for the delivery, I'm getting everything that I need, and I don't have to leave my house. It's the greatest creation for moms. Even once your kids get a little bit older, taking kids to a grocery store, it's not a whole lot of fun. So get your groceries delivered. It will save your sanity. If you don't have grocery delivery as an option, I know a lot of grocery stores offer drive up and go. At least that way you don't have to get anybody out of the car. You can just pop your trunk and head home. So that will save you so much time and so much of your sanity. All right, so number 6, baby wearing. Baby wearing has got to be one of the most life-saving hacks. I wouldn't have gotten anything done for probably the first couple of months postpartum had I not been able to strap my little guy to my chest. I need my hands, especially when you have a toddler. You need your hands to get anything done. So baby wearing saved me. I could get chores done, you can clean the floors, you can play with your toddler, you can even do laundry, and huge perk I find, especially when they're really little, a lot of babies, they'll just fall asleep in the carrier as you're carrying them around. So it's just a double bonus in the beginning stage. And I still use my baby carriers all the time, including with my toddler. So I will be doing a video for you guys, so stay tuned for that. I'll be doing a video of my favorite baby carriers. I've got 4 that I want to review for you, tell you what I like, tell you what I don't like, show you how you use each one of them. So definitely hang around for that. But baby wearing will just it'll save your life. You need your hands. So, and I know a lot of people will say that their kids don't like to be in a carrier. I don't find that it's a one size fits all. And my kids usually fuss for the first couple seconds, and then you just have to get them comfortable. It's kind of a trial and error thing. You have to get comfy with the whole baby wearing thing, but I promise. Okay, so number 7, this is our final one, and it may not seem like a tip or trick to you, but it's to give yourself lots of grace. And it's so important, and that's why I'm finishing off with this one. It's so important to be kind to yourself. This is a really tough job. I don't have to tell you this, but we're very hard on ourselves. We're moms, it's what we do, and you're gonna feel like you're failing. The days are gonna feel long. You're gonna get frustrated. But trust me, you're not failing. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and just be so kind to yourself. You are giving everything that you have, and it's more than enough. As I said in the beginning, there's only so much one human being can do, so know that and be so kind to yourself. I hope that you found some of these tips useful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribing. I've got lots of good stuff coming up for you guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you stay tuned. Honestly, guys, I know I said a lot of stuff that maybe feels kind of scary, but believe me, the good moments about having 2 kids under 2 far outweigh the tough stuff. I mean, my boys are really bonding right now. When my first son learned his brother's name, these moments, your heart is gonna explode a millionfold. And you might not believe me right now, but trust me, it will. And I'm so happy that our family has gone this route. I never intended to have my babies this close. Definitely didn't intend to. And was pretty scared about it for quite some time, but I wouldn't change it for the world. If I could go back, I would absolutely have my babies this close together again. There's so much good, and keep that good in the forefront of your mind, and let that outweigh all the tough stuff, because there will be tough stuff, and you're gonna get through it. Guys, also let me know in the comments if you have any tips that you found helpful for managing a baby and a toddler. And yeah, like I said, hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of good stuff coming your way. So if you found anything helpful, let me know, and share some tips with me on how you guys tackle life with 2 under 2.